Madam Secretary and Chairman Powell, for being with us. The Biden administration tax plans are becoming clearer each day. And from what we've learned so far, the president was not really telling the truth when he told voters that anyone earning less than $400,000 would not have a penny raise in taxes. Now, this number has been reduced to anyone making $200,000 a year, and a significantly greater number of families can expect the government to take more of their hard-earned paychecks as Democrats can fund their progressive priorities. In addition to individual tax rates going up, the corporate tax rates also expected to be raised, and we will no longer have one of the most competitive tax rates in the world. This will stifle business investments, prevent employers from hiring more people, and reduce capital struggling businesses that will need to make the necessary changes to accommodate the new normal after COVID-19. So, Chairman Powell, can you talk about the correlation between business investment and productivity gains, and how increasing productivity benefits workers and the overall economy?
Sure. I mean, really the way living standards rise over time is through increasing productivity, more output per hour. Without that, incomes can't sustainably rise. And that is significantly connected to investment in human capital, and also in advancing technology.
Okay, thank you. At the beginning of 2020, Congress updated the Bank Secrecy Act and made some of the largest changes to our anti-money laundering laws in decades. When this legislation was signed into law, there were some concerns coming from the business community about the impact this will have on small businesses in the form of additional regulatory costs. As a small business person, I can tell you that's a burden that we do not look forward to. And as you start putting out guidance and implementing the law, I hope you will be mindful of this and do all you can to ensure businesses will not be stuck with significant new expense. So, Secretary Yellen, can you give us a status update on Treasury and FinCEN's work in implementing the Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2020?
Sorry. Yes. Timely and effective implementation of the Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2020 is the top priority at FinCEN. Our efforts are well underway, and several of the provisions of the Act that involve FinCEN looking at innovation, regulatory reform, and the like, we're actively engaged in. So this is something that's a high priority, and we're making progress on it.
Okay, thank you. Chairman Powell, in the past, we have talked about the workforce participation rate and how we need to get people off the sidelines and contributing to our economy. In other words, just put them to work. In your testimony, you note that this figure is still notably lower than it was before the pandemic, and yet the COVID-19 bill recently extended the enhanced unemployment benefits until September. Now, I have consistently expressed my concerns about how this policy will be detrimental to our economic recovery and make it more lucrative to, frankly, live off these overly generous government programs than go out and find a job. So, Chairman Powell, given the enhanced unemployment benefits are now law, how should we be incentivizing people to get off the sidelines and back in the workforce and make a good living for their families?
I think the most important thing is for people to get vaccinated so that we can get the economy fully reopened, so that those jobs can come back and people can feel safe doing them.
Do you have an answer to that, Ms. Yellen?
Well, I agree. I agree with that. Many people who are not working are not doing so because of safety considerations or because they have children out of school. And the studies that have been done about whether or not the additional payments discourage work show pretty clearly that they don't serve to do that. In addition, they will be expiring in the fall.
Well, in my remaining time, we talked about increasing taxes earlier. I would just say, as a small business owner that employs hundreds of people in Texas, it's pretty simple. If you cut taxes, you increase jobs. If you raise taxes, you cost jobs. Any way you look at it. So I hope that everybody will understand that raising taxes to any business is not good for our economy. With that, I yield back my time.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.